Okay, Michiganders, if you have a homestead or you want to homestead or you've been homesteading for a while and you just want to meet people that are of the same nature as you, I invite you to come to the Michigan Mitten Homesteading Conference. It is next month, May, which is coming right up, the 29th and 30th. So you should have already had your planting in and your plowing and that kind of thing. And it is worth the while. Even if you can come for one day, come for two though. It's better if you can. And there are still tickets available. So real quick, I'll just show you. Here is my tip for hardening off your seedlings. On the bottom, I have some seedlings. And the best way that I found is to have this rolling cart. I put it in my garage. I roll it out during the daytime and I pull it in if it's going to be hailing or snowing or, you know, bad weather. And then I pull it back out again. And until I can put them actually in the ground, I'm going to keep doing this. So I love to do this. The second favorite way I have, if I only have a small amount of seedlings, would be to put them in my gorilla cart and do the same thing. Put them into the garage when it's going to be bad weather, pull them back out again when it's good weather. And then my most favorite way, so those are two methods I use right now. My most favorite way is to harden off in the greenhouse, because if you are growing things in the greenhouse, they actually can come right out. And they harden off through the plastic and through the lighting of the greenhouse. But these are two of my favorite ways, easiest ways, because I am the lazy northern gardener, to keep my seedlings, and I've got spring bulbs up in here, to keep them safe from the bad weather, but getting them hardened off and used to the weather outside. So with that said, I get to teach you, Tammy Lowe, the lazy northern gardener, I get to teach you at the Mitten Homesteaders Conference up in Odessa, at Lake Odessa. I get to teach you the secrets of successful gardening. She has the 5 secrets of successful gardening. There's going to be like a 2A and maybe a 4A also. So there's going to be a lot more secrets of successful gardening that I want to share with you. And it is going to be on Saturday at 2:45. So I guess there's trapping going on at that same time. And there's also chicken butchering. So, you know, if you really want to go to those, definitely go. But I'll tell you what if you split up? You know, you come as a couple, and one of you goes to one of those sessions, and one of you comes to mine. And if you do come to mine, bring your notebook, because I'm going to fill your brain with a lot of different information. And I am open to questions. If you have plans that you've made up and you want me to look at them, I have no problem with that. If you want to bring me baby pictures of your seedlings or your plants now and show me how big they are, how they started and things like that, I'll talk to you all about plants of all kinds. I'll talk to you about seedlings, I'll talk to you about herbs, I'll talk to you about perennials, annuals, vegetables, fruit, orchard, berry bushes, plain old shrubs, decorative perennials, food perennials. What I'm really passionate about are beautiful food gardens for humans and for pollinators. So what that might look like is that perhaps you're growing dill for the seasoning because you're gonna pickle things, but you also cut some dill and you pull off the swallowtail caterpillars and put them in a section where they have a little bit of dill for themselves, and then you grow them out into butterflies. Maybe, so for example, I just planted in my some of my raised beds, I just put some seeds in for purple pole beans. They have a beautiful flower that hummingbirds like. And scarlet runner beans. Scarlet runner beans are red, and the hummingbirds love that too. So when I'm going through those arches and I'm over by by my raised beds and I'm doing videos, or I'm doing weeding, or I'm doing harvesting, I also get to enjoy hummingbirds coming naturally to the food that I have planted for them, those nectar sources, and they're attracted into my yard. I also plant things like chamomile, which is medicinal and it calms you down as a tea and an herb, but it also attracts hoverflies, and hoverflies like to eat aphids. They love aphids. So I'm always going to talk about things that are like a 2-for-1, sometimes a 3-for-1. For example, there are some trees that are flowering in the spring, and then they have little berries in the late spring, and then in the summer it's beautiful green shady leaves, and then in the fall they change colors. So I'm all about like planting more than one usage of plants, shrubs, trees, etc. So again, come to the Mitten Homesteaders Conference in May. Get your tickets now before they're all gone. It is Friday, May 29th, and Saturday, May 30th. If you can only come one day, then come one day. If you can come both days, come both days. And you are going to learn a lot. And I love being able to socialize with people throughout the whole conference. Maybe you go to the chicken butchering and then you learn how somebody sitting next to you does theirs, and somebody who does theirs a different way next to you. Maybe the speaker has a certain type of knife that they swear by, or a certain processing cone that they want to do, or a certain setup that you love. And it's just really good to go and talk to other people that are like-minded and learn some more. And it's a very safe environment. It doesn't feel floofy. It doesn't feel pushy. It doesn't feel clicky. The only click is that you're there, and we're all one big click. So it's great to come, and they'll hold it rain or shine. There are demonstrations in buildings. There are canning demonstrations. There's harvesting demonstrations. There's processing demonstrations. I have seen like demonstrations about herding dogs. I don't think it was collies, but it was something like that. And they talk about all kinds of things. And there's lots of different products, and there's vendors there. But it's a really good time. So again, May 29th and 30th, it's a Friday and a Saturday. It's up in Lake Odessa, which is just south of Ionia. So if this is the Mitten, it'd be like where my nose is. Like right there. Up there. But you can find it on the map. And people will come from all over the state. And I've seen people come from different states. I've seen people come down from Canada or over from Canada. And it's a nice time. So if you are not able, especially if you're not able or haven't been able yet to go to a Homesteader conference, they have that Homesteaders of America conference usually in Virginia. And maybe that's too far for you because you've got livestock and kids and chickens and dogs and barn cats and all the stuff, the stuff that keeps us where we are. It's nice to have a place that's a little bit closer. So again, May 29th and 30th, it's a Friday and a Saturday. I'll be speaking Saturday on the secrets of successful gardening. And I'm telling you, you're going to hear things you've never heard before. So this is Tammy Lowe, the Lazy Northern Gardener. And I hope to see you there. It'll be so much fun. Really, it really will. Bye.